Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. I'm going to take you on an e-bike ride to some of my old stomping grounds where some changes have really taken place, and some confusing changes that I'll explain as we go along. So the first place we're going to take a look at is the cement mill, the old cement mill that I've made several videos trying to get a good video of filling up a cement truck with the concrete. And then we're also going to check on the Queen Creek Wash, where I've flown my drone so many times down in it, and last year it was full of water. By this time of year, this is early February, and so we'll see if it's got water from our latest rain. Then we're going to go to down here, straight down this road, about 2 miles. There's an intersection where they were installing, where they were burying a sewer pipe. And when they got to a T where they had to go off to another road, whatever happened, somebody didn't do something right. And I'll put a date up as to how long ago that was. They've been working on that for a long, long time. So anyway, so we'll look at the cement mill and the Queen Creek Wash, and then we'll look at the construction project, and then we'll close it up. I might have time to tell you a story. We'll see. Hopefully I do. And if I do, it's going to be one I'm not proud of, but I'm going to tell you anyway, just because I was a dumb kid when I was in high school. And so I'm coming to this intersection now, and the field on the other side of the intersection, I don't know if you noticed, but there was a big white sign just to the right as we were coming up. And that's a public hearing notice. And they've had that sign up for a long time. And it's like they wanted to know if it was okay to build housing, put a housing project in on that field, and whether the guy could sell it to him and all that kind of stuff. And so there was a public hearing on that. And oh, by the way, you got to check this out. I just almost crashed here, but I didn't. I had a truck behind me, and he was a little closer than I appreciated, so I thought I'd just get out of his way. And there he goes in front of the truck there. So if we go along here, when they irrigate these fields, they can't irrigate the whole field at the same time, so they break it up in sections, and they put levees between the sections, as you can see in the little inset there. Well, when they put up those signs of public hearing, they came along at the end of each one of these sections, and they plowed away what you're looking at right there, so that when they try to flood irrigate, and by the way, straight across there that I'm raising the camera, that's the cement plant that was also closed. Anyway, because it's on the same parcel of land. Anyway, so they came along and they bulldozed that away, so there's no way you could flood irrigate. And you can see as we go along here, they did that to each one of these little flooding sections. And then it wasn't, and that was, I don't know, that was like summertime. And then it was like that, and I guess after they had the hearing, something fell through or something. So then somebody came along and plowed those levees back again, so they could keep flooding those fields and keep growing their product. So, but the public hearing had to do with it, and I don't know what happened because I didn't go to the meeting. So anyway, then recently I noticed that there were cement trucks coming out of this road, because we just went through the intersection where that construction for the sewer pipe is taking place. And so I waved at that guy and said, "Welcome back to work." I didn't say that really. I was just riding my bike. So anyway, we get here, and I'm going to turn around. I'm going to take off my drone, and then we're going to go fly a little bit. So while that's taking place, let me start a story that I'm not proud of. But when I was in high school, me and my buddy, we were goofing off all the time. And it just so happens our last year of school, they built a brand new high school, had three wings of classrooms with a door at each end of the wing. And so they staggered the lunch hours. And during our lunch hour, because we were on hall patrol, he would be at one end of the building, and I'd be at the other end, and we'd keep people from coming in and disturbing the classes. And so that was our job, and we were good boys, except that we goofed around a lot. So one day we got bored, and we noticed that some of the kids didn't lock their lockers. And so we decided, all right, let's do this. So we went down the hallway. We didn't do it to every one, but we did it to a dozen or so. We went and checked to see if the door was open on the locker, and if it was unlocked, then we opened it. And then we took all the items from one locker and put it in another locker across the hall down a little ways. And we took all those items and put them in the first locker. And we did that to several pairs of lockers. And so we thought, this is going to be so fun to watch when school's out today. And by the way, this shot right here, I've made several trips to the cement plant with my drones trying to get this shot right here where they're filling up a truck with concrete. And then he's going to get full and he's going to drive out and he's going to wash the truck off. Only the plant was closed. I'll put up a picture that shows what a picture I took while it was closed. I made a video, but I never published it. Anyway, so they installed this automatic thing, because it used to be the guy would get out of his truck and go back and wash the truck off, and then now they've got it so it's automatic. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, we changed all the lockers, and then we closed them up. And then at the end of the day, when school was up, man, we hurried over to the building where the lockers were, and we rushed over there and to see and watch what was going on. And by the way, there's the Queen Creek wash, and it is as dry as a bone. So it appears that we have a much drier winter this year than we had last year, because last year that was all underwater. It was full of, at the deepest part, which is a little further down, it was about 30 feet deep, and there was just a huge amount of water in there. And it took a long time for it to evaporate. And some of it down at the far end, some of it may not have evaporated all the way. So anyway, that the cement truck, the cement factory's working, and cement plant, and the Queen Creek wash is empty. And by the way, up in the upper left-hand corner, that's the first wash that catches the water. And when it gets full, then it runs down to the next one. Back to the story. So anyway, we thought it'd be pretty fun to watch, and so we hurried over there. And of course, what would happen is when the kids that didn't lock their lockers, they'd just come along and open up their locker, and they'd look in there. No, that didn't look familiar, and they'd always close the door and see if it was the same number as their locker, Shame on me, I shouldn't be laughing. And so it happened over and over again, and we got to watch it. And so now this is the intersection where they had cranes here. They had several excavators. It took, they think they had it fixed, I guess, and then it wouldn't work. I don't know what goes wrong with plumbing projects that fail, but I wouldn't want to have to work on one. And you can see there's still an excavator sitting up there in the upper left-hand corner. Well, anyway, so that was pretty funny, we thought, until the next day when we came to school, and then we to this day I feel bad about it. When we went by the office, which, by the way, had a glass front, so you could see in the office as you walk down the hallway, we looked in the office, and there was this huge pile of lost and found clothing and items. And so I wouldn't recommend doing that if I was in high school anymore. But that was a foolish thing that we did. Well, anyway, so there you go. The cement plant, the Queen Creek wash, and the intersection. I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.